Alright, this right here is the opinions for Front Mission Evolved. Being a longtime Front Mission fan, I figured this would be a great game to get, and I wasn't really too disappointed with it. Although it's set into the first-person shooter genre, which actually is a kind of a lie because it's more of a third-person over-the-shoulder, it carries many of the same characteristics from the turn-based strategy versions of Front Mission. It's pretty immediately recognizable. Everything from the customization being similar. As you can see here, there's a large number of different parts you can get. And how the game balances this is it gives you money throughout the campaign for doing things. And using this money, it pools it. So you're never actually buying a part as much as you're renting a part. As soon as you switch to a different part, it'll either re-give you the money if it's a cheaper part, or if it costs more, then it'll take more money away. So you have your four basic parts: torso, both arms, and the legs. Legs range from everywhere between your normal humanoid type legs to quad legs, spider style, to hover legs. Although it never really forces you to use them outside of 2 missions. Weapons are pretty long and varied. Everything from sniper rifles, which you see is on my guy at the moment, to light machine guns, heavy machine guns, shields, melee weapons like a fist knuckles, to giant pneumatic spikes, baseball bat sized mech clubs. There's burst machine guns, which I honestly haven't tried, although I assume that it's exactly what it says. Bazookas, shotguns, and that's all just for your hands. I mean, each arm can equip one weapon, but then there's also the shoulder slots. So if you wanted something like a rocket launcher, you could equip it to your shoulder. Assuming, of course, you had enough money. Because that's how the game balances everything, is by the cost. And then for your actual Vanzer itself, as they are called, you can see the 2 bars in the center of the screen there, the blue and the green. What the green is the energy output dictated by the center torso and possibly the backpack, depending on what backpack you're wearing. The blue is the actual weight of the unit. And if the blue exceeds the green, then you're going to have to go and do some tweaking because it becomes not allowed, so to speak. Now, there's also a variety of different backpacks, from repairing to EMPs to anti-missile systems and storage for more ammo. There's one that helps you boost out of the way quicker, which is what you see on him right now. There's also things that increase the power output so you can carry more stuff. Each weapon has battle skills that are unique to that desired weapon, doing various different things. And as you'll see here, for the missile launcher, there's moves such as it reduces lock-on time, or it adds double damage, or damage over time, or stunning. Various different kinds of little maneuvers. And also, each one of these has a random chance to activate. So when you're looking at the skill description, it gives you an activation percentage. So in this case, it's 8%. So there's an 8% chance every time I use my missile launcher that it's going to deal double damage, and that'll last for 9 seconds after it tells you that it activates. In the case of the sniper rifle I have, it pretty much instantly destroys whatever part, because damage is a location-based system in here. So you can actually blow up an opponent's legs, and it'll make it harder for them to move. They'll go slower. You can blow up their arms. They have a harder time shooting you. The actual parts themselves can all be customized in styles and in colors, so you can make it really truly a personal creation. There's 4 different colors. You can choose the glossiness, ranging from so shiny that it doesn't even look right, I mean, sun hits it or whatever in game and the lighting just causes all kinds of chaos, or down to the most matte finish, so it looks exactly like how you wanted it, really. And you can just tweak it as much as you want. There's plenty of decals to stick on your little robotic friend. Just to add a little more customization to them. And of course, again, each part individually can be colored however you want it, so you could really create a disastrous looking robot if you wanted. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a little bit of the actual campaign here, just so that you can see and hear some of the sounds, because one of the things I really like about this game is the fact that everything has some kind of a weird Transformers sort of sound to it. So it's not quite your classic mechanical whine, just adds a little bit of flavor to it. The entire campaign is told out with cutscenes, like what you're seeing right now. And I'm just going to actually skip this. Your general plot line involves following the main character on his original quest for revenge, which then ends up turning into a larger save the world kind of feel.
Let's help him out. I'm getting away with this.
And all the mechs in this can do what's called skating, which is what you see me do right now. Basically, it's a way of making yourself move quicker, which is always appreciated. The missile systems have a lock-on time. The longer you hold down the button, the more lock-ons it'll be capable of doing. And of course, the more missiles that hit, the more damage that's dealt. There's also this stuff, which is money, hidden across the stage. The more money you have, of course, you know, the better parts you can equip your guy with. Each stage also has a number of little collectible type items that'll keep a collector busy, ranging from emblems, which the more emblems you get, the more moves you can learn. There's also smaller items called sensors that you can destroy. Right there you'll see there's an ally inbound. You see the sniper's not very accurate when you're not zoomed in. It's the only real downside to using it, because the damage is the highest you're going to find on any weapon in the game, really. You see right there some more money. Screen boxes repair your unit, which also happens if you just stay out of a fight for long enough. And the game really kind of wants you to explore all over, just to make sure you find all those little sensors, or right there is one of those little sensors I was speaking of. And all the emblems, just to get as much out of it as you possibly can, really. And the boss fights happen here and there as the storyline dictates. And up until the very last one, none are that bad. And then you hit next to final boss and all of a sudden all kinds of crap breaks loose. And of course you're going to see the radar pointing me in the right direction, even though I'm not following it because I'm looking for things. But ideally, this is how the game plays. Your A button's going to jump, your X button's going to do a quick boost to get out of the way of attacks. Pushing in the left stick causes you to do your dash maneuver, your skating. Left trigger is normally your left weapon, but in my case I'm using a sniper rifle, which is two-handed, so it just zooms in instead. Right there you'll see the left bumper doing the missile lock. And of course, the game isn't really normally this completely walked through. As you proceed through the game, you unlock more and more parts that you can buy. The multiplayer stuff is a bit different, where it's more level based. So as you rank up, as you would in a lot of shooter type games, you unlock more parts that you can use and more abilities. I haven't really delved much with it though, so I can't say too much about that at this time. And that, in a nutshell, is Front Mission Evolved. If you're a robot fan, it's a great game. If you're a fan of the third-person shooter, it's a great game. And overall, I'd say it would be worth playing, maybe as a rent for some people, because some people wouldn't like it, but right up there you'll see an emblem. And that's pretty much the game in a nutshell.